An umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movies, the 1989 The Society and the 1992 The Mighty Ducks, starring Emilio Estevez, Billy Warlock, Patrice Jennings, Heidi King, Sean Weiss, Devin DeVasquez, and Josh Auckland, something like that. I don't know. Joss, however you pronounce that. Now two guys who don't get even, they get odder. Tim Crutchman and Jeff Miller.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead on the Bases.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. That's Jeff Miller.
That's me.
He is the proud owner of a flamethrower.
Hell, yes I am. Yes, I am. And we can bring it in. If you guys want to send...
No, we do not.
You can
bring it into my house.
Just email me. Okay?
And he'll come over to your house and set something on fire.
This thing is awesome.
If you have an annoying little sister. No?
I showed Tim a video of this. Is that not awesome? It's awesome.
It's awesome. I just don't know why you need one.
Everybody needs one. You might get one.
Oh my God. I think the odds of that exceedingly low.
Okay.
Actually.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So everybody that doesn't know what our show is about, and we're about midway through the season here.
Flamethrowers.
It's not about flamethrowers, but that seems to be tonight's theme. What we do is we watch one horror movie and one sports movie. The problem is the horror movie fan has to watch a horrible sports movie like tonight's Mighty Ducks. And the wonderful horror movie is watched by the sports fan. A nice family film called Society. And it's not The Society, it's just Society.
Oh, not like The Pearl...
Society.
Not like The Pearl Jam? It's just Pearl Jam. No, so real quick. We
or not the Facebook.
Right, the Facebook or the internet.
Which I still have friends that call it the Facebook.
So Vince Gibbons, he used to be one of our anchors here in Milwaukee back when...
He's been gone a long time now.
When Pearl Jam was huge. They were just huge. And we were going to have... I worked for a radio station, a rock station, and we were having Eddie Vedder in. We were having the lead singer from Pearl Jam in the studio.
All right.
Well, Vince Gibbons the night before was saying how the Pearl Jam was going to be at Summerfest. So Bob and Brian, they got wind of it. And the next morning they said... So how's the Pearl Jam going? And Eddie Vedder stormed out of the studio and left. He didn't want anything to do with us. He was that thin-skinned that he couldn't even laugh about it. So
that's I don't know.
That's pretty thin-skinned. Why can't you laugh about it?
It's not the name of the band.
Pearl Jam is.
Yeah, but not the Pearl Jam.
I know, but don't you think you just laugh about it?
I would think one would grow a set.
Well, when people say the Jeff Miller, I'm like, fine, let's roll. Let's go with that.
My God. Well, they say the Jeff Miller. Let's get things rolling, shall we?
Yes.
Hey, I watched The Mighty Ducks.
That's pretty good.
To my knowledge, the only film that was made about a sport, and then the studio that made it decided to buy an entire team and name it that.
There you go.
I think it's the only time that's happened. Kind of crazy that they did that. So I'm saying that so
Where are you
can't
going
use this. I don't know.
You're just trying to get a trivia question out of the way.
Actually, I'm trying to get my notes in front of me. Now I feel better. So
it's called
Mighty
Phil.
Ducks, yes.
It's called Phil.
I was like, where did I put them? Oh yeah, they're sitting on the other screen.
That's what she said. It's 2026. We had to get one out there.
God help me. So Mighty Ducks was directed.
That's what she said also. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, you are. Mighty Ducks 1992, which I kept thinking this was an 80s movie, but just missed that. Directed by Stephen Herrick, who also made Critters, but also made Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Mr. Holland's Opus. So he's all over the place. Mm-hmm. These are very different films. But all of these films have one thing in common. Critters Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and Mr. Holland's Opus. Not as much this one. This one is kind of foolproof. There's no way you would screw up this movie. Because it's been done before. It's Bad News Bears. Give it a Disney twist where it's a little bit cleaner. You know, not as much foul-mouthed stuff. And that's what this movie is.
You're true.
That's what this movie is. Critters, you had to do it a specific way or it wasn't going to be fun. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, that movie succeeded, is still a shock. And Mr. Holland's Opus, that was like Oscar bait. So really an unusual background that he has. So our story starts out in Minneapolis. And a 30-0, but he might be 30-1. There's a little bit of an exchange about that. A defense attorney played by Brat Packer Emilio Estevez, for which this is actually one of his top hits. And it beat all of his Brat Pack entries in his movie listings. Emilio Estevez gets all liquored up because Jeff's movies always include some sort of substance abuse, and is court-ordered to coach a Pee-wee hockey team because it's a movie. It turns out he was a star Pee-wee.
Okay.
That's what she said. And is given the full Bad News Bears treatment. This is decidedly more family-friendly, but this is the Bad News Bears. You know what happens, even from this brief description, which that's both the best part of this movie and the worst part of the movie. I mean, there are no surprises. There are no surprises. Thing is introduced at the beginning of the movie. It's going to pay off at the end of the movie. Everything happens. One of my favorite scenes in this, one of the kids gets knocked on his tuchus, and Emilio Estevez says, "Hey, how many fingers am I holding up?" And one of the kids says, "He wouldn't know anyway." So I love that line.
Yes.
Now, in the movie, they introduce us to the Flying V, which is this movie's crane kick. That, this is some sort of magical formation that they have. I don't know. There's a few factual concerns, such as, could a puck actually rip through the goal net?
Yes.
That you think could
Not
happen?
by a youth, but yes.
Okay.
Just like you can throw a tennis ball through a chain link fence. I've done it. So it's the same thing.
But you treated it with your flamethrower first.
No. I'll go do it right now.
Okay. How did the lawyer keep his driver even after he got canned? Because he gets fired, and yet he kept his driver. How does that happen? And at that point, he had already gotten through the court-ordered thing.
Yes.
So he could drive again.
Yes.
But he kept the driver.
Wouldn't you?
What? If it was free, I guess I would.
I'm sure it was free.
But Gordon, who is the coach,
Gordo. Yep.
he had, at one point they say he had 150 goals in one season. I did some math.
I bet you
I
did.
checked on, and I used MinneapolisTitansHockey.com. Apparently, this sounds mind-boggling to me. They say they have 5 games a week, September through February, for a season. Does that even sound true?
No.
5 games a week?
That's a lot. That's every
What
night.
Pee-wee? That's a job. But they're saying, let's say, okay, that's 6 months, right? 4 weeks each. 24, that's 24 weeks total.
Yeah.
5 games a week. That makes 120 games. That means he was getting probably 1.3 goals per game. Holy shit. Don't check NHL. This isn't NHL.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
NHL is 82. game.
Because you're looking at this. But
Right.
look at this. Wayne Gretzky, the most he's ever scored in a season
Is 92.
I was just doing a little bit of
But
this and
you
that.
know, it is Pee Wee's. I heard 150 goals, and I'm like, your ass would be. I mean, oh my god, that's a lot. And here's another thing.
You're just picking this apart. Wow.
I'm just bringing up a few things.
Oh, I'm sure.
Overall, I'm not gonna shit on this. I did enough shitting already.
What's going on with the swearing in 2026?
I did enough.
What's going on with 2026?
Let me tell you, that felt great too.
That's what she said.
What kid in the world
In the world. Whole world.
would possibly use the term cake eater as a pejorative? Have you ever called somebody a cake eater?
Well, no. But what's a pejorative?
Pejorative as an insult.
No. I told people to shut their pie hole.
I think the only person
Cake eater. What the
that
hell?
would call somebody a cake eater would be the same type of person that would fraudulently stage an attack on himself. Go ahead and check the court record on that.
Yeah, you notice I didn't put his name in the starring
Yeah,
characters.
you did not. Are Pee Wee games really this violent? I thought somebody was going to lose an eye.
I don't think they are.
Okay.
really don't.
I was concerned, and I was going to say, if anybody has their children in a Pee Wee and they haven't watched, maybe you should, because apparently, I mean, Banks killed on the ice. And they're like, okay, get him off the ice. All right, back to the game. Is that the way this effing game is played? Do you need to actually kill somebody on there, or injure somebody to the point that Jussie Smollett is going to call up the cops on it, or what?
No.
Okay.
No, but there are a lot of fights in hockey. I mean, they get pretty brutal.
That was...
I know. It was a little out of hand. I know.
And, okay, the triple deke. Okay. I think that's overkill, don't you? A double deke should be all right.
Like a triple dog dare.
I looked it up.
They're adding it up.
I looked it up, and triple deking by the mid-90s wasn't really successful much anymore because there was such a surge
They knew it was coming.
going from double deke to triple deke.
Yeah.
And now they do the ocho deke. Did you know about that?
No, I don't know about that. Is that true?
The ocho, no. Of course
Okay,
not.
good.
Okay.
I'm like, what?
This movie is set in Minneapolis.
Yay.
But it looks like New York, the way they shot it. Mm-hmm. Doesn't it? I mean, if you didn't know it was Minneapolis, you would go, this is a New York movie.
Yeah.
So there's only a couple of times where they show like the skyline and a couple of things. I thought that was interesting because there's no way hockey would be successful in New York. I'm sorry. But whatever. I liked Ginger Mom. I thought she was very good.
She was
the mom character.
Yes.
Emilio Estevez was playing the exact same character he always plays, except for the exceptional film Young Guns.
Yeah.
And the exceptional movie that is Men at Work, which is possibly the greatest
I
film.
can't believe you like that movie. I cannot believe
movie
it.
is the best.
The way you roast movies, I'm surprised.
That movie has the most accurate portrayal of brotherdom ever put to celluloid. And that's because they found real brothers to play the parts. And everything in that movie has happened in my family. So, including tracking down nuclear waste.
Yeah, exactly.
I was not aware that Pacey was a hockey player.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that that's where Pacey came from, was from this movie. Lane Smith, who plays the bad guy.
Right.
He of course is known probably best from My Cousin Vinny. But I always know him. He's like the...
Oh, yeah.
You'll recognize him.
Yeah.
But I knew him from... He was on The New Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Oh, yeah.
He played Perry White.
Yep.
So every time I see him, He's played a douchebag so many times, but I equate him with a good guy.
But I've seen him in something too that I can't place him.
Oh, he's been in about 10,000 things.
I know, but
And Joss Ackland is the guy that you were trying to say his name earlier. Joss, you probably know from Lethal Weapon 2.
Yep.
Best of all. Actually, let's go to it. Let's go to the horror movie connection. We can talk about some of these folks. Emilio Estevez, of course, Martin Sheen's firstborn.
Oh, he is the firstborn. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Charlie Sheen was the next wife, I think. Something like that.
No, it's the same mom.
Is it the same mom? But
same mom.
Estevez was her maiden name, I believe is how it worked. And that's why Emilio took that name, so he wouldn't be riding off the coattails of Martin Sheen, which I have said over and over again, both Charlie and Emilio have become more famous than their father, even though their father is probably the better actor.
Yeah.
If you look at Martin Sheen's filmography, he really doesn't have a lot of big movies in there. He did a lot of television work, and excellent television work. But not as big as Charlie became and Emilio. And Emilio, in fact, I looked up his movie history. Mm-hmm. What do you think was his top box office movie that he was in? And I mean a decent sized role, not like he walked out.
Yeah, I'm going to say that, you know what? I'm going to go with this because they made sequels after this. So I'm going to say this one.
Nowhere near. This is nowhere near. The top one was Mission Impossible.
Easy for you to say.
The first one. He was in the first one.
Really?
I forgot he was in that movie.
I did too.
That made, let's give the total, international and domestic.
Yeah.
But it kills on both things. But $457 million that movie made.
The next movie I never heard of.
That's Arthur and the Invisibles, but it was made it made most of its money overseas.
Yeah.
So that one I kind of go, okay, domestically it didn't do much. But Stakeout was bigger than The Mighty Ducks.
That was with Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah. I was surprised to learn that and that was domestically. It made $65 million. Mighty Ducks made $50. I was surprised by that because the next one after Mighty Ducks is The Breakfast Club, and that only made $46 million. And when you talk about a movie that's made an impact on people, I think Breakfast Club is a huge movie.
Oh, yeah, and all the theories behind it, yeah.
Yeah, and D2 to Mighty Ducks was his next one on here, $45 million, and then you go down to Young Guns was at $44 million.
Where's Men at Work?
That's all I looked up here. Okay, but let's move on. We have Joss Ackland, who I said was in Lethal. Oh
no, you got to talk about the horror connection.
I didn't tell you your horror movie connection.
I can tell you one right off the bat.
Okay, I know which one you're going to say.
Maximum Overdrive.
Right,
fantastic movie. It would get a 10 on my scale. I'm surprised you haven't given it to me.
You don't know.
What? You don't know.
Okay. He's had 49 credits, which I thought sounded low for Emilio.
It does.
He was also in the movie Nightmares, which is his only other horror credit. However, I think you can make a case for Repo Man being a horror movie. And there is a horrific element in the greatest film of his list, Men at Work. Because that nuclear waste, that's scary stuff.
I used to be a repo man. I used to repossess cars.
Yes, you had told me that. I think that's going to be a separate podcast, Jeff's Repo Days.
I've got some stories.
All right. So then we go to Joss Ackland. He plays Hans. 207 credits, by far the most credits in this movie.
That's huge.
15 horror movies. Or horror credits, I should say, which is 7% of his entire repertoire. He was in the Hammer version of Rasputin, the Mad Monk, which is a pretty good horror credit, but most of his horror credits are on television.
Okay.
Then we go to my friend Lane Smith, Perry White.
Yes.
He was in... I got a special graphic. Where the hell are you now? There it is. He was in the Canadian version of Outer Limits, like so many. He did a lot of anthology television. He did The Twilight Zone in the 80s. And he was in The Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, which is a very good made-for-TV movie during the 80s that people should check out. That's all I'm going to tell you, but Lane Smith is in there. Great people. He has 113 credits, including he's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, baby.
From, do you remember? The Scout. He was
there you
in
go.
The Scout. And I think he was like a manager or something like that.
Huh.
Then we go to Ginger Mom, Heidi Kling. She has a total of 1 credit. It was for a single TV episode. I'm sorry, that's not good enough. You lose.
Yeah, but she's pretty though.
She is a cute little thing.
Yeah.
Joseph Summer, his face is familiar. Big time character actor, 104 credits. He was in the original Stepford Wives, which I am certainly going to give you at some point. Very reminiscent of Westworld in a lot of ways.
So I saw the Stepford Wives with Faith Hill. Is it similar to that? No.
Don't get me started.
Okay, all right.
We'll have that argument when we do that.
Fair enough.
Then we got Pacey here. Joshua Jackson actually has a significant amount of credits. Of course, you knew the Canadian Outer Limits.
Yeah, come up there somewhere.
But he was also in Scream 2, Urban Legend, and Cursed.
Urban Legend, awesome.
So he has a total of 5 out of 61, giving him an 8% in his percentage, which is pretty darn good. Then we go to Sean Weiss. Sean has 42 credits. 3 of them are currently horror. That gives him a percentage of 7, which is pretty respectable. Huggin' Molly and Deformilati, an American Nightmare. And he just recently made a horror film that is going to be premiered, or at least shown. I don't know if that's the premiere, but it's going to be shown and exhibited at Darkside Collectibles in Pittsburgh.
Really?
So that's coming up as well.
Cool.
And then we have Eldon Henson. Now, I did not make the connection. This is the kid that can hit hockey pucks through nets.
Right.
This is the same guy that plays Foggy on Daredevil.
I don't
okay. But what I'm saying is he's still getting pretty good sized roles.
Oh, okay.
He has a total of 62 credits, same as Pacey there. 5 of which are horror. So he has almost exactly the same percentage. Idle Hands he was in. His other credits are like shit movies, not really much of anything. Go ahead. Come on. And he was a voice in Jaws 4. What he was a voice for, I don't know. I wasn't able to find it, but it said he's a voice in Jaws 4. So I don't know if he's the one that said, "Get out of this movie." I don't know if he was that guy.
Michael King, what the hell are you doing?
Or if he did the voice of the roaring shark in that one, because the shark roars.
It does?
But, oh my God.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I have to give that to you. Just when you piss me off, I have told my brother, there's going to be a season where it's going to be the Let's Torture Jeff season, where it's just
like this isn't? Like this hasn't been?
I could give you movies you would absolutely hate that have no redeeming value. One after another. And Jaws 4 will
like
be
The
on
Collector and Black Sheep.
Those are good fucking movies.
Again,
you're just a rain.
We should have a count on who does all the swearing in 2026.
Oh, I win. Can I get a point for that?
Wow.
Okay. So
I thought what is this person in 2026, man? What is this all about?
I don't know why you think things are going to change in 2026.
All right, fair.
It seems like a ludicrous thought.
Fair. All right.
All right.
We gotta get a rating.
It's time for
no. DVP.
Here we go. I pressed the button someday. Oh, you know what? It's because it's the wrong one. Let's try it again. Let's hit the right button because we have a very special DVP. I was assisted with this by our listener in Muskego.
Really?
Yes. Are you ready?
Does it have to do with a Wolvel?
No.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Are you excited?
I'm always
Most
excited.
of all right.
Oh, I like the new little graphics.
Let's start things off. We connect Emilio Estevez.
Oh my God. All right.
In the COVID spectacular to Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, we attach to Tromeo and Juliet with Tiffany Shepis. Tiffany Shepis connects to Jeff Miller.
Okay.
Through a panel interview at Horror Realm.
Yeah.
Which connects to me through this podcast, this very podcast you're watching.
Yeah.
I connect to Dee Wallace through a Horror Realm panel.
Yeah.
Which connects to The Howling, which connects to Bill Sorrells.
Yeah.
Then rounding it out through the Hoboken Chicken Emergency to Dick Van Patten.
That is awesome. That is the way you start out 2026. That is so solid.
There you are.
That's great. I love that. So whoever helped him out with that in Muskego, thumbs up to you.
Yeah, he sometimes goes by Trogdor.
Oh.
So, yes. Congratulations to you, Jeff. You are connected to both Dick Van Patten
and you
and Emilio Estevez.
I love that. That is so much fun. I love that. I like that better than the one, we're done, which is impressive too. But this is great.
Oh, we're not doing this every week.
Just wait till I meet Emilio Estevez. I'm going to say, you know what?
I'm connected.
I'm connected,
baby. You actually, it wasn't much because we went.
Yeah.
And then when he asks you, well, how are you connected? Well, Ron Jeremy and Tiffany Shepis.
There you go.
That's a chain link.
That's something you don't usually see, yeah.
All right. I think it's time to roast this candle, and we're going to give it a score. And what do you think I gave it?
It's Disney, and I'm thinking that I actually played the Disney card on this, so I'm thinking you're going to give me like but you were kind of giving some crap. I'll say an 8.
You're close. I went with a 7.
Take
it's
a 7.
A solid movie. It's a good movie. 8. Once we get into 8, 9, and 10, those are movies that I'm gonna want to watch again.
A lot of them I give you.
This one. This is the second time I watched it.
You saw this before?
Yes, I saw it either at Budget Cinemas or on a VHS back in the day. I'm not quite sure. But I have seen this movie before. I think I might have seen one of the sequels, which they line up the sequel with the last line in this movie.
Isn't it great? He's getting on the bus and he's getting off the bus.
Yeah.
This is the first time I saw this movie.
But it is extremely by the numbers. So is it really exciting? The only thing I remember about the movie was the Flying V when I came back into it, and I knew that it was the Bad News Bears on hockey. So those are the things I remember. I remember the one kid having that powerful shot that he could just blast it from across the, and all
which is possible.
But it's not a movie that I'm like, oh God, I got to see that thing again. Not really. I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to keep watching it over and over. I think one of the things that helped it in my mind was having Joss Ackland in there.
Really?
His character gave it kind of a sense. He was kind of a father character. He was like the master teaching the student. Yeah. I like that aspect because I'm such a huge fan of all the Joseph Campbell hero stuff and all that. So I enjoyed that portion, but As a movie, it's good, not great. I figure 8 up, that's kind of in great territory.
Okay.
So that's where I stand with it. But now it's time, little Jeffy Jeff, for us to
Madness, let's do it.
we're merching it up.
I love March Madness. Yay!
Wait till this year's merch.
It's like
Let's make some merch money.
I've heard this somewhere before. It's almost like that. Okay, here it
We
is,
will
Jeffy.
return you to the regularly scheduled program in just a moment. But first,
Let's make some merch money. I'm thinking about getting coasters, and I'm thinking about getting tumblers, like Yetis. I don't know, man. I think we got a market going. I don't know. Open it up, Muskego style.
I like the new Burger Chef. Yes. Yes.
Do we have any of this t-shirt still there?
Yeah.
Do we still have
Yeah.
some of that? Okay, I know the black one you got some of.
No, black's done.
Black's gone?
Yeah.
This is the better shirt, Jeff.
I know it is.
That's the better shirt.
I know it is. But the reason why we have some of those is because I reordered those.
That would explain it.
But wait a second. Tell me, what was it? I mean, I remember Burger Chef and Burger King. What was the difference between Burger Chef and Burger King? What was the difference? The
Burger
big
Chef
difference.
is no longer with us.
Right. But back in the day, was there a difference? Because
Burger Chef was real big on the kids' meals.
okay,
In fact, I think that's how the Happy Meal kind of came because they were very successful with
Yeah.
that. And basically, McDonald's took Burger Chef's,
when they went defunct,
idea from them. So
it's just like Burger King, they're flame broiled. McDonald's, they're on a griddle. So I was wondering, what did Burger Chef do different? You're saying it was the kids' meal.
I think that's
Okay.
I think
Fair.
that's what it was. I remember where our location was. It was
It's on
over
north
by-
side.
Well, there was one near Southridge.
Was there?
Yeah.
Now we'd go up to Johnson Park and then we'd go
Okay.
to
But
Burger Chef.
it was okay. Keep in mind, McDonald's at the beginning, they didn't have indoor seating. They did.
Okay,
Burger
see,
Chef
there you
did.
go.
And Burger King, I don't think showed up until Burger Chef was already gone. I don't know the timelines on that, but I don't remember them being in our Milwaukee area at the same time.
Something there makes me think they were because we'd have to always specify we want to go to Burger Chef, not Burger King. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my mind.
That's possible.
But wait, what did Red Barn serve then?
Mostly people that slept with their mothers.
No. What was their main menu item? Like, was it
was
burgers
their
also?
thing? You know what? Never went to Red Barn, but I
remember
know a
seeing
lot of
them, that's
people
why,
that-
yeah.
There was something unique. They had like a weird menu. All right,
Okay, let's go.
We're just spending all of our time on that. Remember to subscribe to Otherworldly Culture, one of the 500 places that we have for that. Want to remind everybody about Dead on Thursdays. Every Thursday, we have a different program now streaming this program, Dead on the Bases, and Dead on Movie Reviews. Jeff will now tell you which is the best of the three.
TOTB, baby.
That's
Dead on the
right.
bases.
That's right. In case there was any doubt.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Want to remind everybody particularly about Dark Side Collectibles, who is going to have an evening with Sean Weiss from tonight's feature, The Mighty Ducks, on February 7th at 5 p.m.
That's coming up.
over there in Plum, Pennsylvania. So,
That's less than a month away.
Yep. So that is on its way. And we also want to remind you about. There it comes.
The nuttiest.
Kind of like the show itself. You're never sure when it's going to show up and do something.
The nuttiest show on podcast.
That's right. Monday Mayhem with McIntyre and Miller. It comes to you now. We're trying to do every Monday. It's going to be twice. It's going to be first and third Mondays.
There was just too much mayhem for every week. Too much mayhem.
Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. It's on doctor's advice. They said, Tim,
Doctor's advice.
you are going crazy with these two. let's calm it down because nobody can take that much Miller and McIntyre.
Monday. McIntyre, Miller, Monday.
I know you love that music.
I do. I actually really do. I shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Want to remind everybody real quick about some things with a Horror Realm. It's coming March 27th, February 27th through March 1st. Jeff and I will be there. Jeff will be signing autographs.
That's right.
Which means his will be worthless because there's so many of them. I will be more discerning.
Okay.
So
I will sign body parts as well.
People know. Oh my God. Please don't. Want to remind, we've got some great stuff going on. We have some great headliners that have been named since the last time we've been with you, including Rhonda Shear from Up All Night and Clint Howard, brother to Ron Howard, but he has quite a string of success himself. Was, of course, as a child actor, was in Gentle Ben. He was in the Ice Cream Man, but he's also been in most of his brother's movies.
Yeah, like Apollo 13. And
so you could just name all those as well. And of course, we got Jeffrey Kramer, we got Andrew Divoff, and William Catt. You knew about those. Let's see, do we have any other new ones? Greg Nicotero, we know about that. New ladies, we have Christine Ellis from Child's Play 2 is going to be there. That's a new one. And Felissa Rose, which I think we all suspected was going to come, but she is in fact coming.
It's been some time.
These guys I think we all knew about. Terrifier 3, all of a sudden, all of these are new. We got 4 members of Terrifier 3, if you don't count Clint Howard, which Clint Howard did have a cameo in there as well. So are all at the Terrifier 3 room or whatever they're going to do there. We still have the Silent Night, Deadly Nights. I just learned that Silent Night, Deadly Night, the first one, is one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Of course, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is also being represented, along with a number of local and podcast celebrities outside of us, and the greatest moderators on the face of the planet.
Yes.
Including Jeff. See how I put Jeff?
Including Jeff.
To himself.
Wow.
Look how I kind of spotlighted you.
I know. What's that all
there.
about?
Because, well, you're very important and you get all those emails. I keep having to pay for, by the way, let's keep it reasonable with Jeff's emails, please. I'm having to pay for extra space on the server now. This is getting a little bit out of hand, Jeff.
And the pictures take up a lot of space on those.
Oh my God. I don't know what the hell you've been feeding your crazy fans, but it's getting a little out of hand, Jeff.
But you'll see me in Pittsburgh. So come on out, March 27th.
That's more of a warning than
February 28th, February 27th to March 1st. Come on out.
It's going to be a good time.
The Jeep won't be there.
But now it is time for Jeffy Jeff to tell us about his movie. I'm sure he's going to spoil the ever-loving piss out of this one. Oh, why is that showing up?
I have no idea.
God bless it. Hold on.
It just doesn't want this. If it covers up my email address.
It's looking to piss me off. There you go.
Whew. Here's my email address, people. Keep them coming.
No, do not keep them coming.
Anyways, all right. So
Jeff is so excited to talk about this movie because he knows it's one of the greatest movies he's ever seen.
So I've had some time to watch this, and of course I wait till the very last minute, but that's okay because I want it fresh in my mind, and then I want it washed out of my mind. So Society, and it's not The Society. It's not The Society. It's a 1989 flick. So right now you're thinking, ooh, Jeff.
Kind of like The Pearl Jam.
You're thinking, ooh, that's right in Jeff's wheelhouse, the 80s. Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm thinking, okay, 89. It's rated R, so that's going to give me a little bit.
Before we get too far, had you ever heard of this movie before?
No, not at all.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So 89R, I'm like, all right. Then I look at the time, hour and 39 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is starting to add up. 1 + 1 + 1. We're getting there, right? All right. So an hour and 39 minutes that I'll never get back. Anyways.
I gave you nudity. You're always asking for nudity.
Yeah, well.
I gave it to you with both hands.
Here's
both hands I give it to you.
So Billy Warlock plays a character coincidentally named Bill Whitney. And
he's got a lot of range, Billy.
Yeah. So what it is that he's actually growing up in California. So they're in the very high society of California. They're in Beverly Hills. They go to Beverly Hills High, I think. You can tell that they're well-to-do. Their clothes, their cars, their house.
The frickin' mansion they live in, that's called a clue.
Yeah. So they have some money, but he always seems to feel a little out of place. Well, some things happen during this time, like with his mom and his dad and his sister. And so wait, let me preface this. Tim told me, he says, Jeff, don't have your wife watch this movie with you. Don't do it. And I'm thinking, you know what? My wife can handle a lot of things. She handles more than I can handle. But I took Tim's advice, and I'm really glad that I didn't. Throughout this movie, there are a lot of scenes that are very...
sexually graphic.
Yeah, that...
Body horror.
That's actually... Yes, body horror. I'm going to talk about that too. But it's kind of... For me, even, it was hard for me to watch. I was sort of like... I don't know if I can watch this.
But let's be serious.
I am.
90% of it happens in the last 15 minutes.
Correct, but that last 15 minutes
is a whopper.
Is burned in my brain right now. Okay, yes. Tim, and I'll get to that.
It's because you're a butthead.
No, that's the best. That's the best line in the whole movie. But we'll get to that too. So the opening credits, I put down in my notes. I put, what is this all about? It was very creepy. And it starts out really creepy. This movie starts out creepy, but you find out that that's sort of like what this is about, but you don't know that. It's sort of starting to wash over you, and you're getting this real uneasy feeling. You kind of want the movie to start. I just want to start.
It's very paranoia driven. There's a lot of paranoia. He's like thinking,
right,
what's going on? Something's bad going on. Because the whole time you're kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You kind of feel for him because you don't know if it's happening or it's not, because that's how he's feeling. He would see something or he would hear something about his family, and then when someone else would present it to him, it'd be gone. Like, for example, there was an audio recording.
You just don't know.
You just don't know. There's an audio recording, right?
Yeah.
Sounds very sexually graphic. He's like, oh my God. So he's going to take it to his shrink, and he's like,
well, wait. The tape is sexually graphic between his sister and his parents.
I know.
It sounds like they were.
Yes. And he's like, and that's what's making him think something's up, because he's not part of this group. He doesn't want to be, but he's like, what's going on? So he takes this to his shrink, right? Because he thinks the shrink is going to help him. He gives it to his shrink, and his shrink plays it for, like, a day later, plays it for him, and it doesn't sound anything like this. So now you're starting to think, what's going on? You know, there's another scene where there's
a lot of what I call it, now you see it, now you don't.
Right,
where he sees something, he looks away, he looks back, and it's not
exactly. An example has to do with some body horror
shower.
So, and I thought that was weird too. He's looking at his sister through the foggy door, and I'm like, he's looking at her, and she's naked. I'm like, why is he looking at her? But it's weird. And I can see why, because he had breasts up here and he had the reverse of her butt down here. So he's like, what's going on? So I guess it was like a car accident. You're like, you can't look away. You want to because it's your sister. But he's like, what the hell's going on?
I should let everybody know I'm allowing Jeff to spoil as much as he wants on this, because I actually found out about this movie by reading Fangoria. This was made long before it actually released in the U.S. And they put photos like the ones that I'm playing in the video version of our show, where
my God,
you can actually, some of the most graphic parts of the movie, you see it in advance, and that did not affect. That does not affect how much this movie affects you when it actually happens.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
It's something that, I mean, if you hear about another movie that has body horror in it, be ready. So
yeah.
I got to give props. Billy, he's got a Jeep. You got to love a Jeep in a movie. I mean,
I knew that was coming. I was like, okay, how long is he going to go before he talks about the Jeep? And The Jeep is playing against type because every time he gets in it, it starts.
My Jeep always starts. What are you talking about? Anyways, I thought it was something how this movie played on.
Does it have a nail in its tire? I hear sometimes.
Hey, I drove all the way up to Pittsburgh and back with that in there. I didn't tell you about it.
God.
I found it interesting. You know, do you remember the Heather Thomas poster, the pink poster with the pink bikini? It's a famous poster.
I might remember that. Yes.
Yeah, I think we all might remember it. I had one in my room, but I thought it was unique that they had a pink bikini in here. So this is right around the same time. They're playing off of that get that she had going on. It also has Playmate Devin DeVasquez in here, and when she was in the audience in the assembly hall.
Oh God, yeah.
I looked at her and I'm like, that's got to be her. I'm like, that's her, because we all know who she looks like. I mean, if you grew up in the 80s, you know that's her. But in her spread, she has big puffy hair. This was all slicked back, but I'm like, that's got to be her. So of course, I paused the movie. I look up the credits, and sure enough, it is her. So then I'm like, all right,
that
now
isn't the only place that Jeff paused the movie.
So then I'm like, okay, I can see
this scene.
So I'm starting to give Tim some props in my head. I'm like, all right, I know what's going to be happening here. Well, anyways, yes, she gets romantic with Billy Warlock, and
she reveals.
She does. And I mean, it was tasteful.
Ish.
So I want to just look at a couple of my notes real quick here. This is definitely an 80s movie. With the hair, the hairstyle, the clothes,
and just
everything.
The colors.
Just the colors. Very vibrant.
It felt like the neon colors of the 80s. It felt like you were looking at a Trapper Keeper. Didn't it?
It did. Two of my favorite lines. First one is,
you like that I'm working Craig Counsell in there because I think he looks a lot like the Butthead character.
He does. You should have just superimposed him on the Butthead.
Yeah.
I like there's two great lines in here. I'll tell you what one of them is. One of them is, "Don't make waves with me. You're gonna drown." I thought that was awesome. I love that line. I was gonna use that for Now Two Guys, but I'm like, I'll talk about it here. It's funny that we had Mighty Ducks along with this, because for me, if you close your eyes and you listen to Billy Warlock talk, to me it sounds like Emilio Estevez. It was his voice in this. I did it a few times just to see if I wasn't crazy, but it sounded a lot like Emilio Estevez, and I thought, well, we did do Mighty Ducks.
And think about it. This was 89. It's 80s. But Mighty Ducks was only 92. There wasn't a big difference in time between the two.
Did you think that his buddy in here? I don't.
Yeah,
it must be Milo. Don't you think that he looked like Corey Haim? I got a strong Corey Haim vibe out of it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Screech?
Almost more like...
Okay. I was getting some of that kind of vibe out of him. So what happens is Milo turns out to be his friend. It's his friend throughout the whole thing. So he's with him thick and thin. He's like, what's going on here? One of their other friends dies or whatever. And it's called the shunting. So the society of people, the high society, the well-to-be's, the wealthy, call this thing that they do a shunting, and what it is, it's they prey on the lower class. He said, we've been doing this our whole lives, we prey on the lower class. But in your mind, you're thinking, well, they take advantage of them monetarily or whatever the case may be. But in this movie, like Tim had mentioned, I don't know how much of this I can talk about, but the last 15...
I'm going to allow you to spoil this because I don't know how you talk about it without spoiling it.
Yeah, well, the last 15 minutes... the society people, the judges, the police officers, the real rich people, they're going to feast literally on a body.
But not actually eating it.
No, because a shunt is something that you put between something else where blood can flow. So what they do is they're actually on that person and they're like sucking it through their mouth, and it's just honest to God, we're all adults here. It looks like an orgy. It's like an orgy of people sucking on this one person, like trying to get, like they're sucking on his chest. The judge sucks on his face to get this mole off of him. It's the grossest thing I've ever seen in a movie. And I saw Human Centipede.
That's why you have to watch this movie, to basically say, I watched Society. It's like one of those things where people go, they're there.
Exactly. And that's how I am now. Yep.
It is and over the top, which fits in with the 80s.
Yes. Excess.
I
everything.
enjoy
Yes.
this movie more than Wall Street.
No. but the thing of it is that it is that last time you just want
crazy.
you want it to just end. You just I just want that.
I wanted it to continue once it got there.
When the movie ended, I turned it off. So if there's anything after the credits, I don't know about it. I turned it off and I said to my wife, I'm like,
wait, you had her watch it with
no,
you?
she's in the other room.
Oh,
She was
okay.
watching Wildfire.
I was like, I told you not
No,
to.
I said, this is what I said to her. I said, yep, Tim was right. I shouldn't have had you watch this. And I said, I shouldn't have watched it. I says, I don't feel good. I felt sick inside. It's the only other time I felt this drained out of a movie was when I saw the movie Seven.
Wow.
7 with the gluttony one, and then he's got the thing in the box.
Yep.
I felt the same way, and I haven't felt that way in a long time. And this is I was in my own house. I'm like, so the shunting is, oh, jeez. So watch it. Watch the movie to see this. Yeah, go ahead, watch it.
Yeah. If the images that we're showing in the video version of this podcast, if they're interesting to you, and you're like, that's an appetizer. That's an appetizer. There's more in this movie, and when you see it in motion, it's amazing.
Just like the opening credits. The opening credits, you don't realize that that's actually. It's kind of like in the background, so you really don't know. But that's what's going on in the end. It's just and the music, whatever that music was just. It was haunting. So okay, I know that music for DVP.
Yeah, but where is it? Oh, I turned it off, didn't I?
So the movie is Society. And if you just want to watch...
There it is.
There we go.
Okay, so Dick Van Patten, Billy Warlock connects through Baywatch, obviously, to Branscombe Richmond. If you look at him, he was like in half the Baywatch stuff.
He looks like Wayne Newton.
Yeah. He is connected through the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking to Dick Van Patten.
Wow.
Do you know what the New Adventures to Pippi Longstocking even is?
I think I do. Just give me a second and tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
Did it come out during the same time as Star Wars? Or was that just Pippi Longstockings?
That could have been just Pippi.
Okay, so then I don't know what this is. No, go ahead.
Well, this is the animated version.
Oh, then I didn't see it.
Pippi Longstocking.
I saw the real version.
Is I think it's either Norwegian or Finland, or it could be Sweden. I guess they're all the frickin' same. In my head. But it's like this super strong ginger girl that goes around without parents and causes pain and misery to every adult.
Like a Dennis the Menace?
Her. She's just a free spirit nut. And it's real huge in the country of origin, and now I'm forgetting if it's Sweden, Finland, which one it is. It's a Scandinavian country. And it was real big, I think, in the late 60s, early 70s, because they came out with a TV series over in that country. And I remember my parents buying me 3 of these books, hardcover books.
Really?
Of Pippi Longstocking. I had them in my collection. They might still even be in my basement forever. And I looked at the pictures and I went, this is too weird for me.
Really?
I'm going back to Dracula and Frankenstein. This is nightmare fuel. But
I saw that in the movie theater. I didn't see the animated version, but I saw the live action one in the movie theater in 1977.
Wow. Why is it?
Because we had a chance, my sister and I had a chance to go see Star Wars. And for some reason, we went and saw Pippi Longstocking in the theater right next to it.
Wait, what you actually watched?
We had a chance to see Star Wars.
And you watched Pippi Longstocking instead?
Yeah.
You got gypped.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Hey, I think it's probably about time for you to give me a score.
Yeah.
What do you want to give this? Here, I'll help you.
No.
No?
Why don't you subtract like 8 from that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2.
I knew I was
but there wasn't,
not going to get a
score. I can use a Tim line. There wasn't enough murder. If I'm watching an 80s movie, I want to see a slasher. I don't.
Okay.
I can use your line on that, and that's totally legit.
But believe me, when I picked this one, I was not expecting
No, you're doing
to
for the
eat or
end.
died. I was doing this to irritate
Agitate
Jeffy.
me, yeah.
And believe me, Jeff, there's more there if I ever want to.
Is there a Society 2?
No. This movie didn't do real
it
well
bombed here.
outside of Europe.
Right, it bombed here, but it did well over there
Yeah.
because they're all screwed up over there.
I'm not going to disagree with that. Hey, it's trivia time, everybody.
Yay.
That's where 3 statements are read by one of us, and the other one needs to say which one is a lie.
You know what? I'm going to read them to
Why
you
don't
first.
you go first? Yeah.
And the reason why is because
I'm most awesome.
it's actually going to come down to just 2. You're going to have to guess between the 2 of them. Because I only come here with 3, and you blew the first one out of the water right out of the bat. Due to the movie's popularity, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, an NHL team, named themselves after said movie.
Well, Disney bought them with that reasoning.
Well, wait, so let me ask my question.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you pretty much know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
So it's going to be between these 2.
Okay.
Emilio Estevez had a small credited role in Apocalypse Now, Child in Ricefield. And Emilio Estevez, on that same movie, almost died in quicksand. In like real life.
Now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Your question is faulty because if the first one isn't true,
Well, he could have.
then the second one can't be true either.
Okay, let me reread the second one. Emilio Estevez almost died in quicksand while Apocalypse Now was being filmed down the road. So
Okay,
he's on
but
the set.
First one, you said he's in
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now. So if he's
But
not
there's
in
downtime.
Apocalypse
There's
Now,
downtime. So what is he doing on downtime? He's playing around with his little brothers because he's so young. So he was playing around and almost got sucked up by quicksand. And then the other one is Emilio Estevez had a small credited role in the movie. So he's acting one day and the other day he's like playing. I mean, in my head, it makes sense. How does it make sense into you? No, help
all
me
right.
out.
Okay. If I say
Yeah.
that it's false that he wasn't in there, then the second one absolutely is false because he didn't go to that movie.
Which one do you think is false? And I'll tell you the rest of the explanation. Do you think the one about him being credited in the movie is false?
No, I think that's true.
No. You think that one's false?
No,
Well,
I don't.
because I'm going to tell you that the second one is the one that's true. You're going to get us a wrong, and then you're going to be like, Jeff, your question sucked.
It does anyway.
No. So,
I'm fine with taking the 0 on it.
but here, just hear me out. Okay, just hear me out. Let's say I'm in a movie. Okay, I'm in a movie. I'm an actor in a movie, and let's say the next day the movie is still getting movie-fied. They're doing the movie, but I'm over here playing, and I almost get hit by a car. So Jeff played a swashbuckler in the movie.
Why are they at the movie if you're not in the movie? Why would you be there?
But you're not acting every day.
All right,
In my head, it makes sense.
it's fine.
No,
No, it's fine. Let me do mine.
I don't want no asterisk by my championship.
There's not
again.
going to be an asterisk. I'm more than happy to not get that one. All right. Let's see.
We're gonna let Trogdor when he hears this because he'll know what I mean.
Okay. Let's start with this. See, you actually screwed up one of mine. Luckily, I had.
You always have more.
I do have more. Brian Yuzna, the director of this film, made this film as part of a 2-film deal with the Bride of Reanimator, the other half of the deal.
Okay.
Okay. Second one, we'll go with this. Second, I'm going Billy Warlock's father was the stunt double for Kurt Russell. And the third one is the screenwriter, Zeph E. Daniel. He wrote the script, was a graduate of Yale.
Those are good ones. I know the first one is true because the part of the deal was this one had to come out before Reanimator or something like that. So I know that one's true. The other two are the two that I have to pick between, and I'm going to say.
Oh wait.
His dad is a stuntman. But was he a stuntman for Kurt Russell? I don't know what he looks like, so I don't know. And the last one is a dude went to Yale. That makes sense to me. I'm going to say that you're going to play off the stuntman in that he was a stuntman, but he was never a stuntman for Kurt Russell. That's going to be the false one.
And I think you ditched that one just because you feel bad about your question, which was incredibly horrible. Billy Warlock's father was a stuntman. He actually played Michael Myers in Halloween 2. But he did do stunts for Kurt Russell through a number of films.
Oh, okay.
So he must... If you look at Billy Warlock and you figure, okay, if he looked like his dad...
Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah. He kind of has the right build and that sort of thing. So that is trivia, which is going to make the scoreboard look really boring in a lot of ways. So let's see. That's rolling up here in a second. And I'm updating the scoreboard. And there we are. Obviously, Jeff made a lot of points up having a movie that I liked a lot more than he liked my movie.
But you knew what you were doing when you sent me that movie. You weren't expecting anything.
I was not I was expecting to be higher up by this time in.
Oh, I see how you play this.
In
Okay.
the scores. So I put this one in here as kind of a let's throw Jeff for a loop.
You did all right.
If you look at my horror list this time, I think it was a very strong list of films.
It was.
And we got another very strong one coming.
Well, look what you have there. I gave you
film.
an 879. I mean,
Yeah. I think
solid.
they're strong.
I think that I'm very fair.
Okay. I'm messing with Jeff now. One of my favorite things to do. Hey, everybody. Our next inning of this is coming February 5th. And we have two bangers, I think, of movies.
Do we really?
Coming up. Yeah.
Let me in.
Tell me a little bit about Creed, Jeffy.
Creed is...
Have you seen it before?
No.
I didn't think so.
Creed is a story about Apollo Creed's son who gets into boxing. Obviously, Apollo Creed died in Rocky IV. Sylvester Stallone...
It's kind of a Rocky reboot.
Yep, Rocky must train him. So I'm looking forward to actually watching this. I've been wanting to watch this for the longest time.
And it did well enough that they've made 2 sequels to it as well.
Have you seen it before?
I have not seen any of these.
Yes.
And when Jeff put it on the list, I'm like, well, now I know when I'm going to watch these.
Could this be a movie watch party?
No, not everybody watching can come over to my house. You can come.
No, let's go by Trogdor. Watch it on the big screen.
Why don't you invite yourself over to Stefan's house? Go ahead. He'll learn about it when he watches the show.
Okay, fair enough.
That'll be good.
Fair enough.
He can learn about it with the rest of the world.
Fair enough.
I am giving Jeff a movie called Let Me In. Have you ever heard of this one?
No, but it's creeping the hell out of me right now already.
It's a vampire movie. It's a vampire movie, and it's one of the scariest ones I've seen.
What are you doing to me?
While.
I give you decent...
This
Why?
is such a great think piece, and you'll learn so much about yourself through the tribulations of this young man. And again, another family film. It's all about the monster trying to find a family.
Is this a not Debbie film?
Oh, Debbie could watch this. She isn't as much of a putz as you.
What about Tango?
There's no animal violence
Good.
in this
All
one
right.
that I can remember.
Tango and I.
Tango and Jeff going in, but Jeff will have a loaded flamethrower on
That's
his lap
right.
the entire time.
You know what? You just made me happy again. I think about my flamethrower. There we go.
Well, that's it for this week's show.
Really?
Yeah, don't worry, we're over time.
Not bad.
We're over time. Not
bad.
as bad as sometimes.
Yeah.
So we did pretty good. I want to thank everybody that watched tonight's show, despite Jeff being Jeff.
What? Where does this always come from? What? Why?
It's fun every time. It's so great. And we hope that you join us the next time. And we hope you join us next week, Thursday, with another Dead on the Thursdays show. Okay, it's time to close the crypt. called a game.
You're out.
This is new. New for 2026.
26.
Thank you all for watching. Remember to share and subscribe to our show and feed. You can find Otherworldly Culture at Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart, TuneIn, Spotify, YouTube, and there are other places that it also just branches out into. But of course, you can find all things at otherworldlyculture.com. We'd like to remind you all, if it's sports, it's a home run. If it's horror, run home! We're dead on the bases, and we'll see you next time.
Otherworldlyculture.com.
6202.com. 2026 Batman.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Use the old noodle, Tim.
Sometimes you sound like some guy that would use a woman or something. What the heck? What is going on with you?
I almost bought a Wovel.
I'm going to show you some new power equipment I bought.
Flamethrower?
It's not a flamethrower, Jeff. See, look, I put flame up there for you.
Yeah, wait.
That's as close as you're coming to it at this
You know what?
studio.
I should send you a video of me, and then you could put it up on the screen.
Subscribe, like, and comment on our posts all over social media and our site, otherworldlyculture.com.